Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your October 2016 reading. I hope everybody is doing well. As always, you can use this for your sun sign, for your moon, and for your rising. This month, as I was meditating on your sign and shuffling the cards, an odd word came to mind, one that I don't usually use unless I'm writing perhaps, but it was respite. And I even looked it up. I'm like, let me make sure I have all the meaning correctly on this one. It's basically a period of relief or rest, often after you've been working really hard or have been feeling like maybe exhausted. And so what this can kind of be seen as is a nice little plateau. It doesn't mean that everything's done. It doesn't mean it's going to last forever. But what I'm seeing for you for this month is a relief. Even if a temporary relief, that's a great thing. So for those of you that have been particularly exhausted or maybe dealing with sickness or grief or anything that would be challenging, I see a little bit of a plateau. For those of you where life has been pretty good, then this is just going to feel like a nice break nonetheless. So it's not a month of radical changes, at least based on the channeled information. It's going to be a month where with whatever sort of downtime you have, you're going to have an opportunity to refocus your efforts and think like, what do I want to do? So think of it as a nice deep breath as for those of us in the northern hemisphere, you're entering autumn, but nice change of seasons no matter where you're at, and allow that to be a break, because I think even if you're in the southern hemisphere, the weather should be improving. And so either way, we're experiencing some cooling, you're experiencing some warming, but it's a nice in-between season, a nice chance to just take a break. I'm going to quickly look at what I call a catalyst card, and this is going to tell you how you can better sort of adjust to this period of pause and what you can do to maximize it. And it says your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. So this is a chance for you to, like I said, do some reflection. Sorry, the card was upside down. Do some reflection, and maybe for the first time in a while, just check in and see what it is you're seeking in life. What is it that you want? The other thing is making sure that you're actually benefiting from all that's going on in your life. Sometimes we get stuck in situations, in jobs, in relationships because we feel like it's what others want. This is saying it's not about being selfish, it's about checking in and making sure that it's still mutually beneficial for the two of you. All right, so let's go ahead and pull the cards and see what else wants to make itself known this month. Okay. Let me just adjust everything. I love this deck, but it is really large here, so I probably will have to move the camera a bit. Okay. So right at the center, we have Queen of Discs, and right to the recent past of this as well. So your presenting issue and also where you've been. It really looks like money and finance is very important for you this month. In fact, if you are looking for new opportunities, they're sort of knocking on your door. A lot of signs I sort of caution and say, you know what, you might have to go out and look. For you, there are some opportunities that might be sort of untapped that are right around the corner. So if that's the case, it's a great month. That's maybe why you have a little bit of a relief. It's a chance for you to check in and see, okay, is this something I want to do? Am I happy with this? And if so, you can go for it. I feel like you've been really smart over the past year, or there's been ample opportunity to save money. Whether or not you did, that's up to you. But the Ten of Pentacles usually shows a very firm stability when it comes to your finances, to your work situation. And the other thing is, for those of you that have decided to sort of stay put, this is a great year overall, and it's not over. You still have 3 months left, or 2.5 months left. This is a great year to achieve goals. So whether it's to, learn a new skill, get a higher education or another level at work, or maybe go and do something really unusual and get a patent or sell a product. this is showing me that not only do you have the ideas, but probably the internal motivation and possibly the resources to do it. So think large, think big this year, and go as high as you can with those goals, because you seem to have, this month anyway, the best sort of structural card of anybody. And so maximize your resources. Creatively, this is a beautiful month for you. So I really do hope those of you that are more on the creative and artistic side, that you experience a little bit of a work lull, so that you can put more energy into your creative efforts rather. And the other thing here that I see for many of you is to spend a little bit more time cooking for yourself. So basically reducing the amount of processed and fast food that you're eating, and spending more time eating your nutrients rather than going to like a vitamin shop and buying all of these pills. It would be better to go out and increase like how much kale you're eating, how much organic produce you're putting into your body, trying to really beef up on natural vitamins and minerals, and cooking them is going to be great. What's going to be very good for vitamin and mineral absorption will be liquid form. So putting these into soups, or possibly if you want to do supplements, do liquid supplements instead. Odd message to come through, but that's what came through for you. Okay, and now as we look at what your possibilities are this month, we have a beautiful Two of Cups. And that's showing me that overall partnerships are great, but it's also a good month for love. And I can't always say that for every sign, but for you, I'm seeing it. And in particular, we have a lot of air sign energy coming through. Like your ego is presenting itself as Knight of Swords, which is showing me that you're ready to get out and to, if you're single, possibly start dating again. And what I'm seeing is a sort of gentler air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius that could be coming into your life. But as aspects of your personality, these two things are basically showing me that it's a great month to take action on plans, on projects, on ideas. And I really feel like it's your month to shine. You shouldn't be handing off things to other people. So if you're used to sort of sitting back and letting maybe a business partner talk for you, or even in a marriage or partnership, you're used to having another person sort of take the lead. If there's something you really want to do, or there's something that's really important to you this month, this card says you're the one that is going to go forward and be seen, and it's a good thing. So don't be afraid to basically be more visible, to speak up a little bit more, because what I see with this for you, it's very advantageous. The way people perceive you this month, it's much more positive than normal. And whether you're normally a very positive person, it doesn't matter. But what this is showing is, I guess, favorable response to what you put out there this month. When I look at sort of your environment, I see that it's almost like you have a Midas touch this month. As long as you focus energies on what really matters, then the energy that you put into whatever you're really wanting to do, it's like fertilizer. Everything's going to basically be nourished and grow. But one thing that is intrinsic with the Six of Discs or the Six of Pentacles is you can't do everything you want. You can only focus on a couple things. So make like a top 2, top 3 list of things that you want to do. And remember that the whole idea for this month is to sort of rest and reflect. And so pushing some things till next month is fine, but then the ones that you really put your energy into, it's going to be fantastic. It really is like you're creating a work of art, that you're really nurturing things, and I see a lot of growth, a lot of fluidity when it comes to anything that you put your time into. This includes love, this includes relationships. So for some of you that maybe work really hard and you either want to improve like a friendship, a lover, or maybe some sort of a work relationship, however you want to take your love and put it in life, that's going to be very, very good for you. So people need to be on your list somewhere. And I would even say it's like the one or number 2 on your list. Don't put it to the third. It needs to be improving relationships with people in your life. Let me see what else you need to be focusing on. Okay, the other thing, your central card was crossed by the Ace of Wands. So what this also tells me is big ideas. This is a month that if you're If your energy level's feeling a little bit low, then what you really should be doing is putting some ideas to paper. It's not always about like physical labor, manual labor. A lot of times your energy can be best spent writing or typing or talking to someone about what your big ideas are. This will give you sort of the clarity that you're looking for, and I think prepare you for the next couple of months. Based on this card, the Six of Wands, I think you're actually entering a nice upturn after this rest period where you might be very busy, but if you choose to kind of go all in and do everything you can, you could be on a nice 6-month improvement when it comes to money and career. So I really encourage you to put, that could be the second item on your list. I would say it's people and relationships first, and then you could start to focus on career and or investments, because that's going to be the next best use of your time. And the third one would be health, focusing on, like I said, changing some eating and cooking habits, making sure that if you're used to eating fast food, that maybe you spend 1 day a week cooking some things, freezing them, refrigerating them, packing your lunches. That'll be really good for you. All right, so let's expand your forecast now. Look first at what's coming through for health. So imagination, which is great, and this is where I do think cooking can be part of that, but the other thing with imagination is allowing yourself to basically do something unusual that you wouldn't normally do. So for health-related things, this could mean like if you're always someone that goes to the gym and you live in a climate that supports outdoor activities, maybe you decide to try hiking or walking and really just getting outside and doing something unusual. And for those of you that are sort of like more into the beach or always outside, maybe you can still try something active, but it could be an indoor sport. Maybe it's something like the indoor climbing, rock climbing, or something like that. Or but try something slightly unusual, and it should be fun. So I feel like you need to kind of stretch a little bit in your physical activities, whatever it is that sort of feels playful, fun, and unusual, but try something that you haven't before. In regards to your wealth and career, this actually came up for another sign this month, and if this month is your month of relief, this tells me that you're basically on the precipice of massive change. So much like I was seeing with the Six of Wands here, I think that your next 6 months, there's going to be some opportunities, maybe where some risk is associated, and you'll have to sort of like take a leap of faith. But I think you're ready now to make a big decision in your life, possibly a career change, possibly finally going after something that really excites you. Let's look at love and relationships. Sorry, pull it up a little so you can see as I'm shuffling. This card came out. And this is a common theme this month, even though there's a ton of cards there. It's all about self-reflection, self-care, and in your case, making sure that you really do love yourself, your body, your mind, your life. We're so harsh on ourselves sometimes. This is saying you need to just be grateful. Well, you don't need to do anything, but it's more you would benefit from expressing gratitude to yourself, to God, to the Creator, to whatever, about just being healthy and being alive. Even though we all want other things in our lives, sometimes you'll see others that have a hard time just getting through the day. And so loving your body and being grateful that it allows you to carry yourself and go from point A to point B. It's a very easy prayer, one that we don't always do. So just be grateful for your body, for your vessel, for your mind, for all the things that allow you to exist within the spiritual plane here, or physical plane, sorry. This card actually flew right out, so we're going to use that for your future card. And looking at your destiny, we see partnership once again. So for any of you that are single and looking for partnership, I see the possibility of a strong connection coming through. The only thing I want you to be careful of, for those of this also applies to those of you in a relationship, is boundaries. Because you'll notice the definition between the two of these people is blurred. And so the first thing I thought after I saw connection was a connection, but be careful. Be careful of boundaries, and try not to. Sometimes this comes through for empathetic people that feel a lot. You don't have to take on everyone else's worries, problems, or try to solve everything. So you can allow people to go through things, and it's not basically you neglecting them. It's you allowing them to learn from their life experiences. And when they ask for help, when they reach for help, then you can help. All right, so let's summarize everything this month. I see this, hopefully the energy is going to be one of a relief of sorts, a pause between either two peaks or two valleys, but whatever that is for you, just allow it to be that pause, and don't worry too much. It's more of a plateau month. Your catalyst card was basically to listen to your inner self, your inner guidance, and know that it's worth listening to. So your intuition, your gut is good. We'll go ahead and expand the forecast as well one more time. Again, be playful and inventive with your physical activities. Know that the next year or half year is going to bring a lot of opportunities. So enjoy the resting period that you're in and think about what you want. Make sure that you love yourself and say a prayer of gratitude towards yourself, towards the universe, for being wherever you are in your life, even if you still have goals and aspirations to be healthier or more this or more that. Just be happy about what you have at the moment. Exercise boundaries overall with relationships this month. It's going to benefit you. For those of you that are single, I do see love as a potential a possibility this month coming through. Second week is really good, and we're looking at a lot of air energy for you this month. So again, when I say air, I mean Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Money's looking pretty solid, I have to say, for Sagittarius this month. I don't see any cards showing a lot of need or want, but what I see is it's necessary to balance all of your resources. So just be careful of where you spend it and how much. And that's really your key to success. It's not so much about saving up or creating more. It's more about how much do you need for the next step, and it's more about goal setting, really. And creativity is great. Cooking is great this month in particular. So it's a form of, I believe, alchemy and magic. So when you're sort of creating what you want in your dish, think positive thoughts, put a lot of love into the creation of the food, and then when you consume it, you're consuming positive energy. Don't cook when you're in a bad mood. It basically will spread that energy to everybody. That is everything, but I really do hope that you find some tranquility and also some boundaries within all of your relationships. It's a great month for creating healthier relationships. Okay, so if this was helpful, but you'd like more information, perhaps more about your own relationships or your own career, feel free to reach out to me. I'll put a link in the corner, and I do have appointments, and you can set up a one-on-one reading with me. Otherwise, a great way to stay in touch, of course, is just to hit the subscribe button here, but I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I have a newsletter that will let you know whenever I post a new video or there's something newsworthy going on with my channel. Other than that, I just want to say thank you, because it is your support, all the likes, the subscribes, and the really kind comments that you guys put here every month that keep me motivated, that let me know that there's someone at the receiving end that really appreciates this work. So for that, I want to say thanks. If you feel like you want to give a little bit extra, I'll put a donate button as well. That's optional. Otherwise, I'll see you again in 1 month's time. So enjoy October. Have a great Halloween if you celebrate that. And otherwise, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.